A warm welcome to my student. I am glad to take 10th standard social science for you student. Today we will start a new topic. The First War of Indian Independence 1857. In this unit we will be learning the reasons for the First War of Indian Independence, the scope and the nature of the mutiny, reasons for the mutiny, the result of the mutiny. So these are the topics which you will be learning in this lesson. So before starting with this topic, first a little bit of introduction about this lesson. British East India Company came as a trader company. Later, it observed the political situation in India and tried to exploit the situation. In order to extend their rule in India, they introduced two policies. One, subsidiary alliance and doctrine of lapse. Doctrine of lapse was introduced by Lord Dalhousie. Subsidiary alliance was introduced by Lord Wellesley. First, I will explain detailedly about subsidiary alliance. As I told you in the beginning, subsidiary alliance was introduced by Lord Wellesley. It is an military agreement. According to this, a native ruler who accepted subsidiary alliance has to take care of the British army by paying them the salary and their maintenance. In case he fails, his kingdom was merged with British Empire. So this is what you call it as subsidiary alliance. Second policy which the British introduced was doctrine of lapse. Doctrine of lapse was introduced by Lord Dalhousie. According to this, native ruler who dies without children, his adopted son had no legal right. So, the kingdom was merged with the British Empire. This is how the British started expanding their kingdom. Now you can see that this event was described in different terms by different historians. Now, as I will tell you, the Indian historians termed this event as the first Indian freedom struggle, whereas the British historian described it as Sepoy mutiny. So Indian historian told it as the first Indian freedom struggle, or you can also call it as the First War of Indian Independence 1857. British historian described this event as Sepoy mutiny. Now, as I have completed the introduction, let me start with the reasons for the First War of Indian Independence. In the First War of Indian Independence, you will be learning about political reason, economic reason, military reason, immediate cause, administrative causes. So these are the five which you are going to learn. Once again, I will tell you: political reason, economic reason, administrative reason, military reason, and the last one, immediate cause. Now, I will start explaining each reasons. The first one, political reason. The first political reason started due to the doctrine of lapse. Due to the doctrine of lapse implemented by the British, many kings had to lose their kingdom. Like Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur. These kingdom was merged with the British Empire due to the doctrine of lapse. Now I'll show you where are these located. So here is Satara, Jaipur, Udaipur, Jhansi. So these are the places which came under the control of doctrine of lapse. Okay, so remember 4 places which came under the control of British were Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi and Udaipur. Now the second point in the political causes itself. That is, the British abolished the kingship of Tanjavur and the Carnatic Nawab. If you say British here, the British officer we are talking about, and the officer was Dalhousie. Dalhousie abolished the kingship of Tanjavur and Carnatic Nawab. The next third point is the British dethroned the Mughal emperor and many other kings. So in this slide you learned 2 points. One was regarding Dalhousie abolished the kingship of Tanjavur and the Carnatic Nawab. Next point, it is the British dethroned Mughal emperor and the king of many other kings. So the last point, you can see that he is the Mughal emperor during the time of 1857, Bahadur Shah II. As a result, many soldiers depend upon these king became unemployed. So, as a king lost their kingship or they were dethroned, they lost their kingdom. Due to that, many soldiers became unemployed. So, as I have come to the last point of the political reasons, let me list out in a very simple way. And the simple way to remember the political causes, remember these 4 keywords. First one, doctrine of lapse, kingship, dethroned, and the last one, soldier. When I say doctrine of lapse, you have to remember the 4 places which came under the control of British. That is Satara, Jaipur, Udaipur and Nagpur. The next one is regarding the kingship, Tanjavur and Carnatic Nawab. When I say dethroned, remember about the Mughal emperor. And the last one is soldiers. Soldiers became unemployment. So these are the points what you have to remember in the political causes. So remember 4 keywords. First one, it is doctrine of lapse. Second one, kingship. Third one, dethroned. Fourth one is soldier. So now let me start with the economic causes. As you people know that you have learned in the early class about the Industrial Revolution. Due to the Industrial Revolution which started in the 18th century in England had affected the Indian industries. Mainly if you see which are those industries, woolen and cotton textile industry started to diminish. So remember, due to the Industrial Revolution which started in England in the 18th century had affected our Indian industry and mainly 2 industries, and those were woolen and cotton textile industries. Now, the England, apart from being a industrialized country, became a workshop of industries. The next point in this you have to remember, due to these industries were affected, many artisans lost their job. They became unemployed. With that, the first victim of this effect was the woolen weavers. They were thrown out of the job. So remember, here you have to remember about the artisans became unemployed, and the first victim of this situation was the weavers were unemployed. The next one is regarding, due to the zamindari system introduced by the British, the farmers were exploited by the zamindars. A new system was introduced by the British, and that was zamindari system. And zamindars started exploiting the farmers. So third point is regarding Inam Commission. Through Inam, the lands were taken away by the British. So in the economic causes, we have learned 3 points. An easy way to remember, industry, agriculture, Inam. You can remember it as a Inam or land. So when I say industry, remember about Industrial Revolution which started in the 18th century, and that was started in England. Due to that, the woolen and the textile industries were affected in India, one. And the next one, the artisans and weaver lost their job. And the next point regarding agriculture. When you say agriculture, remember about the Zamindari system, and Zamindar exploited the farmers. And the last one regarding Inam Commission, the Inam means the gift. The gifted land which was gifted by the native ruler was taken away by the British. Is that clear, children? So till two causes we have completed, political causes and economic causes. So when I say you economic causes, remember three keywords: industry, agriculture and. Now shall we start the third point? Administrative reasons. British implemented two laws, civil and criminal laws. But in implementing, they showed lot of partiality towards the Europeans. The second one is regarding the language which they used in the court. English language was used in the court. European judges were giving their judgment in favor of the Europeans. So the common people did not like this new law. So remember, first in administrative reasons we learned about two laws, civil and the criminal law. And next one, partiality. Partiality was shown towards the Europeans. And next one is regarding the language which was utilized. It was English language. And the judges were Europeans. So people did not like this implementation of new law. So remember here, two laws, first point. Second one, partiality. Third one, English language. Fourth one is European judges. Is that clear, children? Now we'll start with the military reasons. In the situation of the Indian soldier in the British army was pathetic. The meaning of pathetic means pitiable condition. They were under, the Indian soldiers were under the mercy of British army. So this was a situation of Indian soldier in the British army. The next point is regarding the Indian soldiers were not given proper status, proper salary and promotion. Three things was denied for our people mainly, that is status, salary and promotion. And next one is, it's regarding the pressure put on the Indian soldier for overseas work, trigger their religious belief. Our Indian soldiers were forced to cross the ocean and work. So due to that, it affected their religious belief. So in the military reason, remember 3 points. One is regarding pathetic, and the next one is salary, status, promotion, and the last one is religious belief. So these are the 3 points you have to remember in the Indian soldier. For reasons for the first war of Indian independence, that is immediate causes. In this situation, British will introduce a new type and an improved gun, and that was called as Royal Enfield. A new gun was introduced during this period, and that was Royal Enfield. Now, the Royal Enfield was a gun. In this, a bullet was used, and the bullet was smeared with the fats of cow and pig. So here what happened is, the rumors started spreading from one place to another regarding the bullet which was smeared with fats of pig and cow. And the cow was sacred for the Hindu, and the pig was prohibited for the Muslim. This affected their religious belief. That is, the religious belief of Hindus and Muslims were affected. So due to that, this led to the first war of Indian independence. So when I say about the immediate cause, you remember Royal Enfield. And the bullet which was used, remember that it was smeared with fats of cow and pig. Is that clear? And this was affecting the Hindus and Muslims. Muslims. So due to that, this led to the First War of Indian Independence. As you people have learnt all the reasons for the First War of Indian Independence, now I will give you the assignment, and these assignment has to be written in the homework book. Is that clear, children? Before going to the assignment, let me conclude from the first point to the last point. First point, we learned about the political causes. In that you have to remember doctrine of lapse, kingship, dethroned and soldiers. And next one is regarding economic causes, industry, agriculture and Enam. And the next one is regarding third point, administrative causes. In that you remember two laws, language, English, judge, European. Remember these words. And the next one is military reasons. You will remember three keywords. First one, remember pathetic. Next one, salary, status and promotion. Last one is religious belief. Now, the immediate cause. Only one word, Royal Enfield. If you remember, you know how to explain about it and write the point here. Now, regarding assignment, you should have seen here the two questions are given. One question is regarding the political causes. As I told you, remember those 4 points and write all those points here. And second question is regarding economic factor. So, write all the 3 points, that is industry, agriculture and Enam. So, this is the assignment what you have to write in your homework. So, thank you children. To next session, I will explain about the scope and the nature. Is that clear children? Thank you.